Are we
Yeah,
live?
hello and welcome to Beer League Season 8, Game 2 of
Oh
Week
yeah,
1.
we are live. Let's
This is
go.
game one, week one.
Game 1... No, it's Game 2. We played 1. Okay, so
It happened. I was there.
we got
How is everyone's volume?
we got USA playing 1. We might have to do some adjustments on sides here, but I think we're
True.
off into draft. So,
Nice.
draft is coming up.
Lilia band. That's a good band. Lilia
That's
is
a good
OP
band.
right now.
True. We have
You said these
Bioneko
sides
band,
are
left side. I have to check sides real quick because
okay.
I
Okay.
have not changed them yet, but it looks like we have. Let's peep real quick.
I'm not sure who is who. Vi, another good band. 3 jungle bands. Jungle's OP this patch, or what?
True.
True.
Vex? I don't know about that one. Someone must play Vex if they're gonna ban that. I need to pull up these guys op.gg.
Working on it right now.
Okay.
We're
Once
getting
you have
the
it pulled
first
up.
week production.
Yeah. You should let me know if they
Looks
play
like,
Vex or not.
All right, the team sides are correct, so we do have.
Let's
current
go.
correct
Quality
sides.
production.
Sorry, I fucking messed the cam. All right, there's the cam back. Don't look at Beer League chat. All right.
Diana? We got the fifth jungle band. Let's go.
A lot of jungle focus in these bands. I'm expecting a B1 Jin Zhao pick right here.
True.
Would be a
Xin
pretty
is
good
still
prediction.
open.
Both teams appear to have pretty high priority cost on their jungles and their mid laners. Otherwise, their bot lane is about the same cost. Their top lane is around the same cost. It's going to be primarily mid jungle deciding the series. So it's not surprising we see a lot of bands going towards both mid and jungle.
So we should make sure we have a nice focus on the mid and jungle matchup this series. Blue side taking a decent amount of time to decide their first pick.
A little bit scary seeing that
Yeah.
a bunch of jungles were banned. And
Yasuo first. All right.
First.
We got
And this
it.
is a flex. It could go 3 places, huh? Do we
This
know
is
if
a
their bot
flex.
lane plays it?
I'm
if their
I'm not
top
sure how
lane
much
plays it?
prio that
I
Yasuo
hope not.
I would assume that with the mid bans, that this would hopefully be a mid pick, especially because Yasuo top and AD are a little bit off meta, but you never know when the spice is coming.
Very true,
Yasuo
and it's
does
interesting to-
provide some good fighting early on. The Poppy would be
Yeah.
a good counter into that, though.
Into it. It's just
Delicious.
interesting that they banned the Diana but picked the Yasuo. That combo
That's
usually
true.
pairs very well
That
together.
is true. Maybe they were worried about not getting one of the two?
I would have liked to see. I mean, maybe this is Poppy jungle. I would assume it's Poppy jungle with it being blind, but I would have liked to see a higher jungle prio pick here. But we have the standard Poppy Jinx lock-in double blind.
I've heard about this. I've heard the Jinx is very popular in this league.
This is true. This is true. You know, it's very interesting,
Exciting
especially
to see the first Jinx gameplay of the season.
Yeah, it's always interesting to try to find the ground between both what's good and what you're comfortable on, and then trying to strike that balance between playing something that is both good and something you're comfortable on.
True.
Seems we're playing more towards comfort right now, unless it's
I think
full
this is going in
lethality
the
Poppy.
jungle. I think this
It
is
might
jungle
be.
Rel.
It might be. It pairs well with the Yasuo. It might still be Yasuo, but we will have to see.
If the Yasuo is fast enough, he can ult off of a lot of Rel's CC.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be that's a good 2v2. It's
How
kind
does Darrell-
it's kind of scary into the Poppy though. If it's Poppy jungle,
Yeah.
that's a little rough.
Right, I was gonna ask how the interaction works. Does she get knocked back trying to slam down to the Poppy? Does her shield stop?
Yeah, Poppy W stops slam down or crush down. We have Gwen
Interesting,
in top, so
interesting.
we're picking solo lanes blind here for blue side. This is either a massive confidence pick or we really have high prio on these things. Looks like we're gonna have
Wukong.
a little bit of bot lane secrecy.
So maybe
going into
it's
second
not the
lane.
Poppy in the jungle.
True, it could be Poppy top, or it could be Flex Poppy for the counter into the Yasuo, but still a decent pick.
Kha'Zix. I gotta say, I feel like picking the Kha'Zix here is very risky.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
These definitely
feel
seem like comfort picks.
I feel
Yeah.
like the mid 2v2 is
massive
already
confidence.
very scary for for Team 1. What's their full name? I have it on the stats page.
Nice.
Which, by the way, after this series, the official Season 8 Beer League stats page will be going live probably 30 or 40 minutes after the game ends, so the stats manager can put in all the stats for this series.
Hope you love math,
Yeah.
kids.
Hope you love
We're
numbers.
doing it. Big shout out to Nightmare for pulling together stat tracking for the league. He's going to be putting a lot of overtime work. Nobody really asked for, but I'm sure we're all very grateful for. So if we could shout him out in the chat, that'd be lovely. Yeah, props to that guy for sure.
Just another reason to stall playing duo rank with my #1 favorite support.
Oh, true. Just win your first 2 games, you don't have to play 20 kids.
Yeah,
Just remember
true.
that. Looks like we're
Just
getting
win first.
Victor ban from the bot side. Maybe this team is looking at playing Victor bot. Never before seen, I'm sure. Don't know what kooky kid came up with that one, but it probably seems pretty good. Okay.
Sure.
Looks like there is some commotion going on second round ban being taken away from USA, so the Victor ban looks like they don't have second round
Would that
ban
be-
at all because they're using a unrostered sub, it sounds like. So it
We're
looks
getting
like
confirmation in lobby right now.
yeah, looks like they are agreeing that there will be no second round bans, and if one of those picks needs to be picked up, the draft wall will not show it, and it'll be said in chat. We will notify you as that comes out. Looks like it's going to be the Tahm Kench pickup for the bot lane, though. Jinx Tahm Kench really safe into this very heavy diver melee-centric comp. Easy.
So is that the
mid-style gamer.
Morgana and Oriana that's not being?
No, the Morgori are banned. The Victor Maokai, from what I understand that's in chat, does not count.
Okay,
On the side of USA.
nice.
Looks like they are going to pick up Thresh. and,
Thresh.
I would assume we're
Saving
here,
last
but-
pick for ADC. How do you feel about
Imagine.
that one when they pick Jinx so early on? Oh my
It's very
goodness, it is
spicy.
Yasuo bot.
It could be Vlad bot. It could be Vlad bot.
Could it be?
Yes, it could be. Wait, this is okay.
Oh, wait,
Victor
no, this
bot.
is
So,
Victor.
Yeah, so they did want to pick the
Okay.
Victor bot.
Okay. So it's
Interesting.
Victor Thresh bot. Is that a bot lane that we
You know, I
See very
maybe
often?
remember some people who might have played with this team actually at one point for a couple of fun games playing Victor bottom. There's probably
Here it is.
some genius behind this Victor bot pick.
Hold out.
you know?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
wonder who that could be, huh?
I don't know, but I'm sure they have a pretty good grasp on the game here. So the Vlad pick is Victor, and it looks like Victor Thresh for the bot lane. Big teamfight comp, pretty good skirmishing too. Pretty decent 2v2s on the side of blue, and it looks like Akali will round out the picks for red.
For sure. So going into game one, who do you think won draft? Which comp would you feel better piloting? Obviously with the Victor instead of the Vlad here.
This is a really close draft. I think that Blue's composition, if played correctly with Rel Engage, is a lot scarier, but it does rely on only one person going in and setting that up for the team. So personally, the scaling side, red side seems easier. It does seem a little bit safer, but Blue's got a scary teamfight comp, so.
I would also say that I think blue team's mid lane jungle 2v2 is looking a lot more easy to pull off than the red side 2v2. Kha'Zix and Akali not having really any CC compared to a heavy CC Rel and Yasuo makes it pretty easy to set up ganks even on a mid laner like Akali.
Very true.
True. A lot of priority going to be on the Poppy trying to disrupt these fights.
I'll be interested to see how much the Poppy ends up roaming from bot. It's a little scary leaving a Jinx alone into a Thresh. Oh wait, it's Poppy top. It's
Yeah,
TK.
It's TK.
Oh, okay.
There will
Are
probably
we sure
be
about that?
no- Yeah. I mean, it
Okay.
can be TK top, but to me, if you're playing Poppy blind, you're not gonna want to put it bottom because Poppy Jinx has almost no synergy other than wall bash into chompers. So you're gonna be looking at the Tahm Kench for Jinx because it's gonna keep her safe. At least my opinion, but could go crazy. Who knows?
So is the is the
This is a
Yasuo bot?
This is a Yas
Yeah.
bot, actually.
This is.
They are
Yeah,
actually
okay.
taking Yas to bot. They have flexed it now because Victor
Okay.
just picked Victor, so.
So Thresh Yasuo. Okay, I kind of favor Red Side's draft now. I feel like
I agree.
yeah,
I have reverted my choice. I think the range in bot
yeah.
lane really makes it an easy, safe lane for Victor because you can just farm with E, but switching that over to mid and having a Yasuo bot, even Kench especially, Kench loves to eat melees. It's a very good
True.
time.
This is
So
very true.
it does also make the...
All in on Jinx harder as well.
Yeah, I think that blue has a lot harder time as well with the double AP plus Rel. Your early skirmish in 2v2s or 3v3s, especially around Grubs and topside on Herald, is significantly worse having 3 champions that rely on items a lot more heavily than, than Akali and Poppy and Kha'Zix. I mean, Kha'Zix ISO damage alone and Poppy percent health is going to do a lot of work here.
I still think blue side probably does have a decent 2v2 with Rel Victor.
Yeah.
It still has a decent amount of CC.
It's just low damage early, but yes, it definitely after post 6 you get the Rel crash down into stun into Victor W with the ulti cooking, and then Rel ults, and they're pretty much just sitting and cooking in there for quite a while. Yeah, we'll continue looking through. It looks like everything is locked in. We'll see if there's any last minute switches, and we can talk about a couple more opinions on the draft. We'll have the 3-minute spectator delay if I am correct. I believe that is still in play, and then we'll swap over to the game and get us started. Any specific matchup thoughts, since we have not too much of a variety? We have no solo laners here, because solo lanes are clearly the least important players on the team. Any thoughts on the 1v1 or 2v2 matchups for jungle or bot, since you two are both?
I will be very interested to see how this Kha'Zix does, because I feel like he needs to get ahead in order for Red to be able to do their thing.
Okay.
Because he will be the one trying to assassinate a lot of these players, while the rest of the team, well, him and Akali, while the rest of the team will probably be just playing Peel for the Jinx.
Right.
So if the only thing they have going for them this game is to Peel Jinx, I feel like Red team might struggle
Just
in
a
the
little bit.
3v5. Yeah.
For sure. Nora, what's your take on the Yasuo into Jinx matchup? Being a Jinx fan yourself, have you played any Yasuo ADC before?
I have not played a whole lot of Yasuo bot lane. Played the champion a little bit when it came out, obviously many years ago now as Boomer AD player. It is an interesting matchup because the Yasuo does a lot of damage early. He's balanced around a solo lane, so he can pump DPS. It's just very scary playing into the Tom because he has so many ways to disrupt you. He can peel the Jinx, he take a little chomp out of you. He doesn't really care for wind wall. In the 2v2, it's very interesting, right? We'll just have to see if the Jinx knows how to properly space and play around the range. It should be a pretty easy lane for Red side, if everything goes to chalk. But strange things happen. Poppy won't be able to stop the Rel. You can only person at a time. There's a lot of ways that if the Rel comes, she can break the Kench shield very easily. So there's a lot of gank potential for both sides. Really, we'll have to see.
Do you think that this Rel jungle pick was a Giga 18 million head play to bait the Kench pick for Jinx, and then when Kench eats her, break the shield immediately?
No.
Okay. You heard it here first. We don't think that this was planned, but it still works out in their favor. Hopefully the jungler, which most people know, Rel's Q breaks shields. Not everybody knows that because not everyone plays all of these champions. So hopefully we know about shield break on Tahm Kench Eat, Tahm Kench shield break itself, and we also have things like the Kha'Zix most likely going Eclipse at some point if he's trying to get that shield. We'll see. Potentially can break.
Probably going Voltaic.
True.
Yeah.
Maybe. I would assume that we'll see some
into the new
lethality gaming.
Hydra.
I also think,
I would.
I'm
What's that?
guessing Rel is probably going to look for some grub prio, seeing that you get a ton of shield break value on the grubs. But
that's true. She's very efficient at clearing the.
I would love to see Rel make an early path towards a bot gank gank the bot lane and then reset and head into grubs. I feel like that would be a very good path for her to do.
So you think this is a start blue rel into going absolutely crazy in the
Yes.
in the mid game
Oh.
with the
I feel like Rel has a lot of agency in this game to get her team ahead. So I will be having a lot of focus on how the Rel does this game.
Absolutely. We are loading into game 1 with a nice little 0% load. Should take us a couple of seconds. These are the teams.
So it is TK top. It is TK top.
Wait, is it? No, it's TK. It's still
Is it
TK.
Oh, it's
Wait, it is TK top.
I think
Wait,
I think it's TK
They
top.
picked in a different order. Okay, it is
Yeah.
TK top. That's so weird
Yeah.
because they picked TK in their first slot where their top laner was. So they did some last second swapping around, I believe. They're just not okay. They didn't enter lobby in the correct order, so they're gonna be in a little bit of different spots. But it is TK top because he has TP, unless they're going absolutely wild playing Poppy Exhaust top solo lane.
and stranger things have happened. We will have to see.
Absolutely. And my camera is not undirected. Here we go. Looks like we're gonna have a level 1, maybe looking for invade from blue side here. Looks like there is going to be a 3-person stack. Jinx late out of the base. Hate to see it. 30 seconds.
Not
quite
bringing
lined up.
TK with you to make this invade could
This
be a
is-
big cost
This
for
is
red
bold.
team.
Red going
This
in
is
with
bold.
3
Oh,
people,
they're gonna run into each other. Oh no!
getting jumped on directly.
They walk
Poppy
into this
flash
fight.
Getting
out.
Poppy flash. Does she
She
live?
does
Is
live.
ignited.
Oh my goodness!
So 1
Nobody
HP and
dies.
everyone handshakes and walks away.
Okay, 1 sum for 1. Honestly, that is a very big save for red, because that would have been what the kids call a large GG if they just got quadra killed there for free.
Do you
Especially
feel
into
like
this
it's
lane.
worth there for one of blue team's players to flash to get that last Poppy kill, or to get that
Absolutely.
Poppy kill?
After
Yeah.
Poppy flashes?
I mean, it's a little scary because you would be isolated alone in Drag Pit with everyone wrapping around to come get you. You'd have to get in
Yeah,
and
but
out.
yeah, I
I
think,
think
if you're
that if you
fast enough,
see
can kill.
everybody, like
Yeah.
there's only 3 of them there to your 5, so I feel like you're still okay to flash and get that last kill. But nobody on blue side blowing any flashes there. It's still good for potential
They're
ganks.
going for the level 1
Nice check.
chunk out. Jinx getting caught in the tri-brush. This is something I talked about a lot that I think teams will be utilizing on blue side, is just sitting in this tri-brush and bullying whoever walks up, especially when you have delayed backs like this. Going to
Especially if
this,
you're playing early aggressive fighting lanes like Yasuo, it's very good.
This is a rough lane now for bot side. I mean, if you look at it, you only have the 1 combat sum on Poppy, you're missing Flash, and you have Jinx at under 100 HP, well, under 200 HP to start off the lane. Has to, looks like, pop 1 potion just to keep up here, and Yasuo is going to be cooking on the D-Blade. This gives a big advantage to the Yasuo lane. I personally think any time that you get chunked out by a melee, it gives them the all-in pressure. Would have liked for them to look for a level 2 here, maybe spending their flash on the Thresh, and just looking for an early go, seeing that they have level advantage. But we'll have to see if they convert this no flash on Poppy into anything.
Rel is a full camp ahead of Kha'Zix right now, and they're both pathing towards bot lane, so Rel is going to be either to the bot lane scuttle or to bot lane well before the Kha'Zix will be.
True.
So
This
seeing as
could-
it's
Go ahead.
Jinx Poppy instead of Jinx Kench, how do we think this affects the bot matchup? Obviously, we lose the E, but we gain the dash.
I
Walk.
think this is significantly worse.
Kha'Zix potentially looking for a mid lane gank here.
He's just chilling
Standing in the bush.
Is he going?
He-
Oh,
if-
he's going.
Menacingly.
He's
He
going.
is still gonna try going for this gank. Victor's not in a good spot here.
Looks
Only
like
walking
Victor's
up,
gonna
it's
have to
aggressive.
flash.
Victor, no flash. Oh, he flashes.
He's gonna
after.
die.
He's dead. Would have liked to see
Ooh.
the flash earlier for the
True.
Kali E, but here we go into
Maybe
bot
try,
lane
yeah.
fight too. Jumpers onto the Yasuo.
Kha'Zix looking for Rel somewhere, sees that the red is gone. They're both gonna meet each other here in the tri-bush, potentially. But Kha'Zix does back off.
Great wind wall to knock almost all the damage out of the Jinx. Is a good look from the Poppy. Almost
Both
no
of
way for
them
the
meeting
Jinx
at
to
the
follow
bot
up.
scuttle.
Even with the
They
slam
should be
top,
free for Rel.
Rel does take.
Rel does get it. Kha'Zix gets away with the jump. Nice.
This is a large jungle gap here. I mean, 4 camps up for the Rel right now. Kha'Zix's going for a gank. They did get a kill mid, so he's got a little bit back on it, but big trades for the Gwen.
It is very good that Rel is up that many camps, but Kha'Zix really saved it by getting that mid lane kill. Like, Akali is really far ahead in his mid lane now.
She's getting to stay here too. Looks like they both
Mhm.
TP'd back, and then Victor took an extra back on top of
Yeah,
that.
Victor got chunked out really hard when he got right back to lane, so him having to back there was really not good. He's losing a lot in mid.
Yeah, this bot lane matchup, I really
Oh, bot lane's getting ganked.
looks like a kill on Fresh here. Jinx flashing away from the Yasuo towards the enemy tower. He's gonna flash and get a kill. Let's see
Ooh,
if he
gets
can
the
get out of
Jinx.
this. Big stun by Poppy.
And he gets
though.
stunned by the Poppy. Oh, he's going for
Actually,
the Poppy
Cookie
though.
going absolutely insane with this lethal tempo stack.
The level up
He
heal,
should still be
dashing
dead.
around.
They should
to a
eventually
gang.
catch this
He
guy.
This is
does
the
catch
knock.
him.
There
Gets
we
the
go.
jump. Looks like we
To be honest though, this is kind of a disaster for blue team. I'm not gonna lie.
Blue team is making some interesting choices. I also noticed that Victor's running Electrocute into an Akali matchup. I would have liked to see Comet or Aerie here, especially with how many auto attacks you can weave in early. I think they're going to lose a lot of damage out, especially with this double assassin being strong too. I think that bot gank obviously goes in favor of red pretty heavily. It does start out a little bit odd, because Poppy using the W to run away rather than to block dashes on the Yas does take him a little bit extra time. Rel going for
Rel
early
and Gwen
grubs.
are gonna get the grubs, which is very good for them. Very good that they're still able to secure that. There was an earlier gank that Rel did put into the top lane that got the TK flash, so that is not bad.
True.
Yeah, the Gwen has had the wave perma-frozen at her tower the whole game so far. He's
This
just
is
been
a
in an
level
awkward spot.
6 Akali to level 4 Victor and just going to absolutely
Oh
run
my.
him over.
Yeah.
Yeah, this mid lane matchup is not going to get better with the current state of
It is
items
a
right now.
1K
Akali
gold
is just
lead.
going to just continue to get stronger and bursting the Victor down. Rel's going to suck up the juicy bot lane or mid lane wave, I mean.
Top getting a massive stacked wave into this Tahm Kench to get a nice reset. CS should even out. Looks like we are just about even in the top lane after this wave crashes. Should be picking up about 15 CS here off that crash. Still a large lead for the Rel in CS, but obviously Kha'Zix having quite a bit more pressure. And very clearly translating that into mid, being up 20 CS now. Bot lane looking like
I would
they are
really like to
struggling.
see Rel maybe throw a bot lane gank here potentially, or try to counter a Kha'Zix gank here.
Yeah. Does she hover? It looks like she's going for a lane gank, maybe sit at tower, bop a recall out.
It'd be very good for blue side if they could kill Jinx here after
Mhm.
the crash. Jinx from behind feels very non-impactful at almost all stages of the game until you get back to 4 or 5 items.
Okay.
So keeping her down
Yep.
is very important. Team blue side's win
Spectate
con.
has just frozen and stopped. It might be
Spectate?
in a pause. Not sure.
It could be in a pause.
Usually it shows
Okay.
pause, but I rewinded a little bit to see. I think they're in a pause, I would assume, because it just cuts
Okay.
off at 7. So we do have what I'm assuming is a pause in effect. And we will see how long this takes for them to unpause. We do have a
So how do we
3-minute delay,
feel-
so...
How do we feel about the current game state here?
That's a good question.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Though red side is kills and gold, I think a lot comes down to how this bot side gank goes right now. If they can transition into another kill onto Jinx, getting Yasuo another spoon fed, very interesting because both teams scale relatively evenly, with Gwen, Yasuo, Victor being pretty good scalers, and a Jinx being 2 kills down, 20 plus CS down so early does not bode well for them. So we will have to see.
I think the biggest things to watch are access to the backline. You have 2 Fed Assassins right now, and if you look, they're both up 700 and 1,000 gold respectively, Kha'Zix and Akali. I think right now the team comp that they have is very skirmish heavy early, get 1 kill, get Jinx a reset. So Jinx being behind does feel very bad, but if you can give her resets, it does make up a little bit early for those missing gold pieces and maybe missing items coming into fights, especially against such a melee heavy composition where the Victor's so behind that you're not really going to have anybody to get on Jinx unless they can walk through this double assassin Tahm Kench Poppy, which is pretty hard. I mean, you have a decent sized front line. Rel goes in, can get W'd. Tahm Kench can look for licks to get the eat off. I mean, you have a decent amount of parts for them to go through just to get to this Jinx, even if she is solo backline. So
True.
We want to see if
If one of you wants to
Relaunch.
check on the
I can
status,
see it.
that would be good. I just don't know how long pauses.
game
will
timer
stay
is
for.
ticking up.
Yeah, a game timer will still go up, but I just don't know if they were in a pause because it's a delay. So it's like usually it shows pause on the spectate, but I don't know.
This is quite the conundrum.
I will.
You
Can
can
one of you?
relaunch the
Yeah,
spectator
can
client.
one of you back out and respectate and see if it's running past? While we're doing this, get a large view of the map while we check if we're actually in a pause or if we're having some technical issues here. Not a lot of focus on the top side, it seems. I do think we are playing a very bot mid-heavy game here, especially with this top scaling matchup.
Hello?
Hello?
I think I have bad news.
What's up?
Your guys' stall froze, right?
Yes.
Riot likes to do this sometimes when a new patch comes through. They like break spectate
Okay.
because I can't spectate either,
Okay.
and I think it might just be borked.
Okay. We will see if we can do anything about it. I'll close out. We will take like a 5-minute break to check on this and then give an update. Yeah.
All right, yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay,
Thank you.
we are going to do a quick technical difficulties check, and then we'll give you guys an update in a second. So we're gonna hit the pause on the stream, and then we will be back.
Something small indie company.
True, true. We're gonna just look at Nora's face this whole time, and nobody can hear you, so go crazy. I can turn cam off too if you don't want to sit there with that, but it's up to you.
Okay, I'll see. Z, this is your time. Get the sign.
Get the sign. 7-minute pause. What an early time. I was gonna say, usually spectate shows you like a pause on tournament draft, but
Yeah.
game on, we're like game off.
Can I spectate anybody right now? Let's see.
We're trying to figure this out. It's like spectator's kind of broken.
Yeah, spectator's just like full black for me. Let's see if I can reconnect.
I got the thumbs up.
The thumbs up. They can't hear us, Jeff.
Yeah, correct. Wait, no, they can. I have intro seen
Oh, they can. Oh,
Get
hello,
wrecked,
nice.
nerds.
Get wrecked,
We're
nerds.
back. I
We're
turned
working
off
on
the
it.
draft. Where's the end game? We are working on it.
I exited out of the game and now I'm spectating again.
Okay.
So
did you
maybe
I'm-
that'll work.
I'm still working on it. We have draft.
It's very interesting. It just sits on black screen trying to spectate these games. But this is like an unknown thing that has happened after other post patches, or
That's what they're saying. I mean, sometimes spectate just stops working when they have a lot of like client issues, and they do have like 3 alerts up right now. So we are still actively checking on it. Can keep looking at your one cam streamer here.
yes, hello, other two cowardly co-casters.
I actually don't know where my cam was. I looked for a second. I think it's in the box from moving still. It's not my fault.
Oh,
Nightmare doesn't
yeah.
have a cam, which is his fault.
Yeah, sad.
Yeah.
If anyone would like to set up a GoFundMe page for
True.
GoFundMe.
Wait,
Peter
Nightmare,
camera.
are you back in game?
No, not yet.
Okay.
It's just a
It's a black screen.
black
for you?
screen.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think what we will probably try to do is we will stop stream here, see if we can get into the second game, and we will update with results once they're out of game. And if it happens again, then unfortunate. But we will end stream for now. Game should only be maybe another 30 minutes max because, you know, hopefully they're not
Predictions.
playing a
Who
55
wins?
minute.
Kane,
Yeah,
what
who do you think wins?
Blue side, red side.
I'm going to say red team because I think there are a lot of base fundamental mistakes on blue side with some rune options and a couple swapping, but it's really going to come down to what does this Tahm Kench do in the game and does he
Sure.
press Orange Jinx? I'm saying red side.
Nightmare, what do you think?
I don't think there's much that blue team can do to stop the assassins once they get fed, and they were already heading in that direction pretty fast. So I'm going to say red team, which I think was
Sure,
Team
sure.
USA.
To keep things interesting, I'm gonna go for blue side. The Rel getting up the grubs
You believe
already.
in the counter gank?
I believe that counter gank is going to determine the fate of the game, and they've got a couple grub scalers. We will have to see. We'll be back shortly. Thank you guys for bearing with us as we knock out these technical difficulties. And
See you in 20 minutes.
20 minutes.